Ito ang Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang naiiba at kakaibang plataporma sa digital broadcast. Mula Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao hanggang sa iba't ibang dako ng mundo. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang sandigan ng sambayanan mula sa walang labis at walang kulang na pagbabalita, paglilingkod, maglalahad ng mga mapagbuong komentaryo at usaping pambayan para sa kapakanan ng karamihan. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, tuwirang maglilingkod ngayon hanggang sa susunod na henerasyon. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techie Mommy, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hello there! Happy Wednesday, everyone! Ito naman na pinaglalaroan ko naman tong graphics ko dito sa ulo ko. Anyway, yes, hello! Happy Wednesday, everyone! And thank you for coming to the show today, and thank you for whoever is watching to join me today. And of course, we're still on the subject of online jobs and the things that we can do in this in the times that we have right now, especially work that we can do online. Magandang umaga sa lahat at mga nanonood at nakikinig. And thank you so much also for those people who you get to view us on YouTube. Please po, nasa YouTube na kasi kami the minute that right after our live stream programs here on Facebook po. It's our episodes are immediately transferred to YouTube where you can watch mga past episodes po ng lahat ng shows dito sa Broad Stream Cast Communicators. So please like and subscribe the Broad Stream Cast Communicators YouTube channel so that kasi po we're trying to of course increase our viewership, of course. And to be on YouTube, nandyan na po rin tayo. So, pwede na natin panoorin yung mga past episodes doon. Pero right now, we're on the subject of how to become an online tutor, which we've been talking about for the past days, since Monday. Nakapagbigay na tayo ng overview for those looking for new careers and for those, of course, looking for extra jobs or new jobs to do in this pandemic. Ayan, ang online tutoring is one of them, right? It's been proven to be very lucrative, right? Because nga, you ask yourself these questions. Why do you need to tutor online? Before we get started with online tutoring jobs, kasi you have to answer these questions, okay? We said that to be an online tutor, of course, you have to have dedication and to teach, and of course, you have to know how to teach well. Okay, but what do you need? What do you need to tutor online? Repaso natin yung mga kailangan, no? Kasi napag-usapan na natin yung mga mindset, saka kung anong klaseng mga tao ang pwede mag-tutor online. Whether you are a retired teacher or somebody that wants to teach ESL, ano yung mga kailangan, di ba? Okay, let's just repaso natin yung mga kailangan, right? What do you need to be an online tutor? You must have a reliable internet, first of all, di ba? A connection that's good is, of course, kailangan. Computer or laptop. Knowledge of a specific subject. Yun na nga, you have to have a specialized course that you want to teach online, okay? And for some jobs, of course, you'll need a webcam. Kung ayaw mong gamitin yung camera ng laptop mo or ng desktop. Okay? Ang tanong pa, do you need a degree to become a tutor? For companies hiring teachers, of course, to help kids specifically, like in China, the companies hiring teachers to help kids in China learn how to speak English, they require a degree. But some other companies naman don't. They just need the certifications, diba? It will be a plus. If you're teaching ESL, at the EFL or at the Seoul certification would help, but it's not also required and compulsory on some of these online tutoring platforms. Hindi lahat nangangailangan ng certification. There are some that you can find na basta kailangan lang marunong ka magturo ng lessons in English, right? To read the materials and teach them. Okay? How much can online tutors make? It depends, right? Like I said, the amount of money you can earn tutoring online varies significantly. Depende talaga. Kasi, and pupuntahan natin yung mga companies na yan in a few minutes, right? Pero kasi it really depends on your experience. It depends on how good of a teacher you are, or it depends talaga sa requirements. Pero it can range from, okay, let's say $5 up to $25 to $30 an hour. Okay? To tutor online. And depende rin kasi talaga sa tinuturo mo. When you're speaking of ESL or English as a second language as an online tutoring job, yun ang ano niyan, ang range ng pagkakitaan is between $5 to $25 to $30. Pero of course sa Philippines nga mababa ang rate ng bayad sa mga ESL teachers, which is actually from 110 pesos as low as 90 pesos an hour pa for 2 lessons. Dun sa mga Chinese companies like Akadsok, we will tackle that all together in another time. Pero, piliin nyo yung mga sasalihan nyo kasi it doesn't have to go like that. Kasi, kaya namimihasa yung mga companies na yun, those online tutoring platforms kasi pumapayag tayong magsweldo ng 90 pesos an hour. Pero like in America, ang online tutors, online English teachers, pinakamababa that they earn is $7 an hour to start with, right? So, we will talk about that another time. Pero yun ang mga sweldo that we can earn. But, the amount kasi nga depends talaga. So, do you need a degree? I said, iba-ibang mga requirements, iba-iba. Some require a degree, some don't. Okay? Okay? There are some companies that pay well, and we will go over that in a while, okay? Why? Okay, let's talk about now the reasons why now, kunyari. Why do you think online tutoring works well with students? Because mixed feelings talaga. Nung nag-online education tayo, when we transition because of the pandemic, napunta sa online ng education ng ating mga anak. Nagkaroon talaga ng mixed feelings about that. Kasi there were a lot of little difficulties sa pag-transition ng online kasi nga we were not prepared to go online pa. But we had to because the government mandated na sarado ang mga eskwela ng face-to-face classes. But to some people, to some students, it's worked well for other countries. Kasi there is sometimes a perception that online tutoring is somehow inferior or less effective than face-to-face tutoring. This may have been fair nung araw, right? When we weren't too tech savvy yet. Hello there, Jenny Almocon Soldivela. Hello, thank you for coming. Thank you for gracing my show with your presence this morning. Magandang umaga sa'yo. Jeannie, it's not Jenny, it's Jeannie Alimocon Soldivela. Hello to you. And yes, be safe tayong lahat. We have to be safe by, of course, observing the proper safety protocols, right? Tama, Jeannie. Salamat. Siguro you're at home and salamat for spending your few minutes of your time to be in the show. Thank you very much. So we were saying that na nung araw, 'di ba, nung hindi pa tayo tech savvy, siguro, yun na nga, hindi kasing effective ang ng face-to-face tutorial yung online. However, because of technology and how fast, this IT-driven environment has become, online tutoring is now interactive, engaging, and extremely effective, right? Uh, ako na lang alone, right? Because we do training programs. So I have a company that does corporate training face to face, and we have nabubulol ako, haha. We have revolutionized our training programs when all these interactive things or technological tools came about and allowing us to teach and train via Zoom or via online, right? Of course, I miss going to the corporations to actually physically going there to train and teach. Pero nga, because of this pandemic, lalo na, I'm able and people are able to do the jobs that they used to do before the pandemic, pero online lang nga, right? Revolutionized na ang pagtuturo, okay? Kasi ako, I teach, ayun pa, aside from training, I also teach kasi online. I teach different nationalities. So yung schedule ko, yung oras ko, my day starts at like 6 a.m. So that I can teach my Asian students. And then meron akong European sa afternoon. Tapos, and it finishes kunyari sa gabi para sa mga American students ko, right? We still teach face-to-face, but of course, because of the pandemic, we do not go to the offices or the establishments of people to train in our team in Media Whiteboard. So, nag-migrate na rin kami nga to online teaching and training. So, I'm going to give you reasons why I think online tutoring works well for students. Bibigyan ko ng rason, or I will give you the reasons kung bakit effective sa mga estudyante ang online tutoring. Okay? Unang-una, okay? Online tutoring is interactive na nga. Diba? Interactive meaning, computer literacy kasi and being online is second nature to a lot of young people nowadays, diba? Whether it's on their cell phones, their tablets, their desktops, right? Or their laptops, they usually get more involved with the lesson when kasi before, diba, face-to-face talaga naman ang for them is very, very effective nung araw. Pero because nga, for the past years na that, nagkaroon ng mga mobile phones, tablets, and all that, yung human interaction nabawasan, pero meron pa rin interaction, pero yun na nga, virtual, right? But, kasi, second nature nga sa mga kabataan ngayon ang to get more involved with the lesson through virtual contact, right? As I'm speaking to this, kagaya kunyari pag nagle-lesson ako, when I'm teaching online, when I hear my student typing, okay, alam ko of course that my students taking notes, or yun nga lang, baka mamaya not taking notes, baka naglalaro in between or nanonood ng Netflix. Yun lang ang ng studying online, because the person on the other end can open other tabs or windows, but for those that are sanay already, it can be really be effective for them to learn online, okay? Using an interactive, kasi like a whiteboard, such as a bit paper, it adds a whole new dimension to teaching, which simply isn't available face-to-face, right? Kasi ang teacher tsaka student can work together to create mga mind maps, essay plans, perform calculations, even practice exam papers, and they learn to write the perfect exam answer. It's enjoyable to have a whiteboard. Ito yung mga software and apps or whatever, or those tools that you can add to your computer to download or buy to help you have a more interactive way of learning with your tinututor nyo, right? Enjoyable na because it's interactive, diba? Students remember the information they need. Okay, what's more, unlike a face-to-face lesson, okay, students can return to the whiteboard and anytime they like outside the lesson. Virtual whiteboard to hindi yung actual physical whiteboard. And they can download everything so they can have an amazing set of notes, right? You know, yung lessons nyo nare-record. Yung lessons nyo nasa-save. So, pwedeng balikan ng estudyante yun, right? That na hindi na-achieve yan ng face-to-face tutoring. Not unless yung estudyante mo keeps writing notes while you're teaching the lesson. That's a huge bonus, di ba? Compared to face-to-face. Okay? Meron nga ako estudyante, no, na sa harap na gumawa ng sarili niyang PowerPoint presentation during a lesson. Okay? She included mga key dates and points as I was going through them. It was her idea, not mine. At saka ang galing. I sent across messages ng mga images, nakakapag-exchange kami ng pictures, ng information, ng data, and di ba? And we can both work on something. Ito yung mga tools na nakakailangan ninyo that are useful, but sometimes, of course, you know, kung hindi ka tech savvy, hindi mo alam gamitin yan. Kung as an online tutor, and like I mentioned yesterday, there are two types of ways to be an online tutor. To start your own business, pwede as a freelancer. Pero kung nahihirapan ka maging tech savvy, then you can just register yourself to belong to online tutoring websites or sites wherein you can use their platform to sell yourself as a teacher. Pero yun nga, magbabayad ka ng commission sa kanila. At saka usually, yung platforms nila, one-stop shop na. Nandoon na yung mga whiteboard, nandoon na yung mga interactive tools that you can work with to teach your students, right? So, yun ang kagandahan nun, headache-free nga sa'yo sa nag-uumpisa, right? So, yeah. So, why do we want to teach online? Because nga, nowadays it's very, very lucrative, right? So anong kailangan? Yun nga, we have to have the platform or the tools to help us, okay? To help us work with our students, okay? What else? Adaptable lessons, di ba? Bakit? Bakit effective sa mga estudyante ang online learning or tutoring? Because of adaptable lessons, okay? Kasi we're also actually preparing our children for the future workplace, which is interactive and virtual. In a lot of ways, yung mga AI, yung mga, mas maintindihan na nila, madali, they will be prepared for that. Online education or online tuition is adaptable. How often do tutors carefully plan a session in advance for a student to ask for something completely different, right? They may have been given an assignment to do at school and they are stuck. Maybe they have had marked work back from school that day and want to know why it is lower than their usual grade, diba? As an online tutor, okay, this is much easier to deal with. All the resources are at the tutor's fingertips, diba? And can be instantly shared with the student. So, hindi na kailangan maghanap yung estudyante kasi pwede mo sa kanyang ipakita yan online. This saves valuable lesson time being wasted as the tutor adapts to the new remit, okay? To this new way. Talaga naman parang yung Ateneo rin, right? Merong website or merong site that both the school, the student, and the parents share. Doon mo makikita yung progress ng anak mo, doon mo makikita yung absences niya or yung grades niya, right? Kung may problema, and then you coordinate with the school, and then you're also online, yung presence na yan, that you can get information about your child and about his learning, okay? Ano pa? Adaptable ang lessons. Students can upload their work in seconds, di ba? And both can see it and work on it. There's also parang apps or software na pwede silang mag-coordinate and work together ng mga kaklase niya online. Okay, and of course, nowadays, both teacher and student can share screens, right? You have to have those platforms that can do that. Skype can do that, right? And ever since naman, yung Skype nakakapag-provide ng ganyang feature. And Zoom can do that. And there's a lot of other slew of does Google Meet do it? But marami ngayon pwedeng gamitin na ganyan. na tools to work with that you can share. But importante is you can share your screen with your student para nakikita niya yung nakikita mo, magkaintindihan kayo, right? I have various tools to highlight, annotate, or underline text or para to circle words and phrases, right? Yun nga, pag meron kang virtual whiteboard. So, pag ang teacher nagagawa yun, yung student nagagawa rin. Okay, in my sa online classroom ko, 'di ba? I have virtual whiteboard upon which both my student and I can share our ideas, right? I also use a colorful interactive mind mapping software with my students. I can comment on essays using Word online or Google Docs. Pwede kong correctahin or edit. Diba kasi I'm a copywriter and a journalist. When I'm teaching my writing class too, we do that. We edit it. We can highlight tricky areas and I can spell difficult words in the sidebar. This also allows the tutor to suggest different ways of wording a section, right? Or rewording or paraphrasing pag natuturo ka ng corporate writing or essay writing or business writing. Yun na nga, yung students mo, in this way, kung meron kang interactive tools to use, yung students can practice yung technique nyo instantly and I can immediately see what they're doing or if what they are doing is wrong, di ba? Mako-correct mo yung estudyante mo right there. You can work together if you have those interactive whiteboards, right? This means that yung feedback nyo is instantaneous, di ba? Kaagad yan, nakakapagbigay ka ng feedback sa estudyante mo. Real time na rin yun, right? Hindi lang nga face-to-face, but you can still see what the other one is doing, right? Together, we can immediately change yung technique nila with pag ikaw as a teacher, de-demonstrate mo and then by practicing it. Pareho kayo, you have the web at your fingertips and can instantly share links. You can instantly Google. Pareho kayo ng kapasidad nung tinututor mo na mag-cut and paste, mag-collaborate. As a tutor, kailangan mabilis, adaptable. Kasi this is actually an effective and positive learning experience dapat ang mabibigay mo sa estudyante mo by being accessible and by things being made accessible to both of you, that you can both see it, both learn it, both research online sabay, right? Okay. And being an online tutor, kasi yung mga students, kasi maraming online tutoring platforms all over the world. Sa Amerika lalo na. Dito sa Philippines, hindi pa lang tayo masyadong ganyan. Pero working online kasi allows a student to get the very best tutors or teachers that they can choose wherever they live. Kasi nga, meron ng mga, may mga websites or sites na where tutors belong to that you can just choose, okay? This is a bonus anywhere, of course. But for those students who live in rural areas or third world countries, the students struggle to find good tutors. For example, for history, or art or philosophy, for example, while trying to find first-class math or physics tutors din. Pero tayo sa Pilipinas, marami naman tayong magaling na teacher. Tsaka meron na rin tayong mga, ito na naman, libreng advertisement, yung mga ahead tutorial, mga ganyan. They already offer online tutoring. Okay? So, Ms. Rosana, ayan, na-mention po ulit ang iyong ahead today. Okay? So, it's not hard to find good tutors, especially in the Philippines. Ang dami rin mga ganyan. MSA tutorial. I don't know if they've gone online, but ito yung mga face-to-face tutorial yan sa Katipunan, madami sa Manila. But in the provinces and all that, yun nga, yung mga something like ahead is also in the mga provinces. So, just look them up na lang. Gusto niyo maghanap ng mga tutors online, right? But of course, there's my company, Media Whiteboard Management Inc. We also do tutoring online. We teach IT, we teach English, right? And customer service. So, message niyo lang ako kung kailangan niyo ng mga tutor in that respect. Okay, and aspect. Ano pa ang pluses ng online teaching and how it's effective to students? Online tutoring gives speedy progress. Yun na nga kasi, real time din naman kasi yan pag-aaral. Tsaka, like we said kanina, automatic yung response, automatic yung nakikita mo yung progress and development. Mabilis. Kasi online tutoring tends to move fast. It is, as technology moves fast, right? We can get more work done and cover more ground in an hour than we can face-to-face. Totoo yun. Kasi nga, alam mo yung time constraint mo eh. Yun na nga lang mga lessons ko, my English lessons, they're 25 minutes per lesson. And that goes by so fast and so quickly na nasanay na yung mga student and teacher na to wrap up and do your lesson in 25 minutes, in record time, right? Partly, this is probably because online tuition doesn't lend itself too long. Too long pauses, kasi nga time is of the essence. Kaya nga, yung mga nagbo-book ng class talaga, lalo na yung mga professionals or mga older people, undivided attention sila because they know that they're on a limited time. So, they don't wander much online, right? Siguro yung mga bata, ayun, mahirap turuan because yung attention span nila maigsi. And you really have to engage them. It takes a certain kind of person, a certain kind of teacher, tutor, to engage and keep the attention of these young children sa'yo. Ma-focus yung kanilang attention at hindi nagwander-wander, naglalaro. Okay? As long as you have the tools that you need, like a good internet and good camera, it can work well for you being an online teacher. Okay, students tend to be very focused because of the time constraint. Furthermore, if the tutor spots attention beginning to fade or nawawala interest or napapagod na, it is very easy to change it up when you're online. Totoo kasi. Dahil ano naman yan, it's live. So, pwede mo rin, pag nakikita mo yung estudyante mo talaga bored na sa'yo, ibahin mo na yung style mo, right? Pag iba ka na. Yun na nga eh. Pag ang tinuturuan mo mga bata, mahirap talaga. Kung ano-ano nang gagawin mo dyang mga actions para to engage the child. As long as you have a good camera and are sensitive to facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice, you can adapt very quickly. Yun talaga eh. You have to you have to gauge, you have to assess your student online. Makikita mo rin yung demeanor, makikita mo rin yung kanilang mood for the day. Doon mo iibahin yung facial expression. Kasi it matters sometimes na apektuhan sila pag masungit ang mukha ng teacher nila. At saka yung body language mo rin. And lalo na yung tone of voice. That can really, really affect your lessons. Online tutoring, remember, is quick moving. Mabilis because nga may time constraints. Lalo na yung per hour ang mga charge, right? Ano pa? Ano pang mabuti sa online tutoring? Online tutoring can be recorded, right? One of the biggest advantages of online tutoring is we can record our lessons and send it to the student afterwards, or he could save it himself, right? So that they have a record of the work and yung notes nila nandun. If they can't remember exactly what you said about the topic, right, they can easily replay the recording. Tsaka yun na nga, nakakapagod na magsulat-sulat, nila-record na lang. For students, this is a huge advantage kasi pwede na lang i-rewind, pwede na lang balik-balikan yung hindi nila naintindihan. Pero ang ano na lang nito kasi, ito yan, yung connectivity. My son nga kasi has been doing online education since last year sa Ateneo. And yun, ang nagiging problema nila is yun nga, sometimes choppy yung connection, sometimes unstable yung connection. Ayun na naman, of course, because we're still trying to improve our connectivity here sa Philippines, right? But doon sa countries na malakas naman ang internet, walang problema sila dyan. Pero in countries or places, remote places that are not, yun ang problema dyan. Yung pagiging stable na internet, okay? Pero yun na nga, ang pag-record mo ng lessons mo is a huge advantage for the students. Kasi para the parents kasi, di ba, lagi nilang iniisip, especially those from learning from home, yung magulang binigyan ng responsibility to monitor and see if their kids are really studying. But it's really hard to do that, especially if you are both working parents, right? Or even a mom or housewife. She's busy doing housework all day and she doesn't have time naman to magpastol at makatingin do sa screen ng anak niya kung nag-aaral, right? So, it's important na merong recording kasi doon mo rin ma-check kung nag-aaral yung anak mo. This means that there are fewer safeguarding worries, diba? And good opportunities for quality control. Kasi naka-record so hindi pwedeng sabihin ng anak mo, hindi siya pwede mag-lie kasi naka-record naman yung lesson. Online tutoring is a different approach, but it certainly isn't second best from face-to-face. It's equally good and equally as effective, right? If you do this well, with a skilled online tutor, yung learning mo, could prove to be an excellent choice, diba? To face-to-face, or an excellent alternative to face-to-face learning. Okay? So, dito na tayo sa what are the best online platforms to belong to, right? Diba? The best online tutoring websites have thousands of experts available for round-the-clock helps. Okay, tingnan natin yung mga companies na ito, right? Kasi now we've talked about how to become an online tutor, what you need to be an online tutor, right? Nilipasa natin ito kahapon. I will go over it again. Okay, in order for you to start your online tutoring business, these were the ones that we mentioned yesterday. Determine your requirements, okay? Know your audience or your students. Choose your subject or your expertise na gusto mong ituro. Choose a course pattern. Set a course model. Choose an online platform to sell your courses. Yun na nga, ito yung online platforms na sasabihin ko ngayon. Choosing an online platform where to sell your courses. Okay. There are several companies that come to mind. These are big companies that fair naman ang the way that they dispense they require some sort of commission. Okay, these are the companies. Okay. All right. We can go over it one by one for you. For those who want to do online tutoring, of course, ang mga bayad dito is dollars because online tutoring is international, right? It doesn't really confine you sa Pilipinas ka lang magtututor. Online nga ito, the world is your oyster, right? So, okay, pag-usapan natin itong mga companies na to. Wala na yung mukha ko. Alright? Okay lang yan. Okay, let's talk about these companies, alright? Now, dito ako sa gilid. Okay, let's go over these companies. Hold on. These are the companies that are, okay? Many tutors kasi in these networks. There are many tutors in these networks. These are online tutoring platforms or sites to belong to. Na kung hindi mo kayang mag-freelance or mag-manage ng sarili mong platform, these are the companies that you should belong to kasi they're proven legit, they're proven to be fair, okay? So I will name these companies that you can join online, okay? To be online tutors, okay? Maraming tutors sa networks na to. You're not just limited to the tutors who are available within an area. The world is your oyster, like I said nga eh. Yung estudyante, marami ka pwedeng makuha teachers everywhere, okay? So whether they are teaching K-12, reading and math, or advanced engineering to nursing, these things go beyond academic subjects too. You can also find assistance, when you're trying to take the test, the college entrance exams test, essays, writing a resume, or doing a job interview, or training, or CrossFit training, whether Zumba, whatever. These online platforms can help you find tutors or trainers To that effect. Okay? Okay, isa-isahin natin yung Chegg. Alright? Chegg. With Chegg, okay, you can pay $6.95 for a lesson. Okay? This is for a lesson, right? You can pay $6.95 for a lesson. For one on-demand chat with a tutor, or $30 a month for an hour-long virtual session with a live whiteboard. In other words, yung presyo, it is a price that's affordable to students, okay? $6.95 a lesson, okay? Or $30 a month. Sa atin sa Pilipinas, nag-translation to what? About 1,000, no, sorry. Because $10 is about 500, right? So yeah, about $2,000 a month or less for an hour-long virtual session with a live whiteboard. This is like 1 hour a week. Pero yun, $6.95 a lesson, $30 a month pag may promo. Okay? Ano pa? The next company is Club Z. Okay, Club Z Tutoring. Okay, ang Club Z, okay, is committed to finding the right match between a tutor and a student. Students can chat with their teachers online before they book the appointment. So parang pwede mo i-testing yung profile or kung sino yung pino-profile mong teacher. And if they're not satisfied after the first lesson, so may free test, okay? The service will refund the first hour. And it even does tutoring for pre-K, along with music lessons for kindergarten. The basic plan starts at $242 for 4 hours of tutoring. Medyo ano yan, ha? Maganda-gandang kitaan dyan. Okay, the next one. The next company or the next online platform is E-Tutor World. E-Tutor World is learning by design. Anong ibig sabihin? This site doesn't like to think of its instructors as tutors. They call them mentors. Ang tawag nila sa mga tutors ay mentors. Kasi the service comes up with a personalized work plan. Customized ang work plan nila para sa bawat estudyante, right? So, ina-adapt nila ang kanilang learning and teaching depende sa profile ng estudyante. Okay? Ang E-Tutor World records all of its sessions for review. Dapat naman ganun kasi yung mga ESL learning, minsan may mga rude na estudyante rin na dapat naka-record talaga. And it also, aside from recording the lessons, it also holds regular check-ins with parents. See? And if you're not, para mga PTA, nagpi-PTA din to mga virtual schools, virtual learning. And if you're just looking for a brush up between sessions or school years, they offer free printable worksheets pa. May physical worksheets. Ang pricing ng E-Tutor World, pricing starts at $21 a month for one session per month and goes to as high as $900 a month for 50 sessions over 6 months. Medyo mura. Ganun na pala. Okay, so you can visit the site, alright, and sign up if you want this type of learning. Ano pa? Ang susunod ay ang Learn to Be. Okay. The Learn to Be. Okay, Learn to Be. Alright? Learn to Be, for those who namamblema sa mataas na fees ng online tutoring, Learn to Be is a mind you this is a non-profit that offers free. Ang talaga ng America, right? It offers free and low-cost services for students who need it. You choose if you can pay or not. Diba? Magaling? Anong caveat dito or beware? This isn't on-demand tutoring, okay? You'll need to fill out an application na parang grant, diba? Parang mga school grants or financial assistance, which has sections that parents, school teachers, and students need to complete before starting. So, merong qualifications, but actually application lang. Na, na most likely naman ma-approve ka depending on your financial situation. So, ito ang Learn to Be i-google nyo na lang to sa mga gustong maghanap ng tutor or sumali or maging tutors dito sa Learn to Be. Naragi namang may openings, okay? Ano pa? Preply or Preply. I think that's Preply. Preply lagi basa ko, pero I think it's Preply. Preply is a boon to students who want to learn or practice. Ito aliw to eh. If you want to practice speaking a language with a native speaker, okay, this platform or this site hosts tutors from all over the world. So mga Filipino, pwede ka rin magturo ng Filipino dito. Pwede ka rin, of course, magturo ng English dito. So it hosts tutors from all over the world who are fluent in Spanish, Russian, Arabic, Japanese, Hebrew, Urdu, Chinese, Tagalog, you name it. So pwede kayo dito mag-apply na maging online tutor sa Preply, okay? Ang tawag sa mga tutors dito are contractors. You're independent contractors, just like me. And me, when my relationship with the schools that I belong to, that I teach English, from, hindi ko nasasabihin na lang. Pero yun, I'm not their employee kasi, well, ganyan naman ang gawain ng most of them, hindi ka empleyado. You're independent contractors. Kaya lang, dito sa Preply, you set your own rates. So the prices can vary. The one I belong to is a set rate, okay? Which is their rate, but I'm paid in dollars as well, okay? The other company or the other online platform is the Princeton Review, okay? Parang Princeton University, di ba? Parang prestigious ang dating, right? Kasi the Princeton Review acquired the popular tutor.com. So binili na nila ang tutor.com, nag-merge na sila. Princeton Review, parang mas higher end sounding, no? Tsaka yung tutor.com. Making it, because of that, naging robust yung kanilang platform. It made them a one-stop shop para kung gusto mo kailangan mo ng tulong sa paggawa ng homework, test preparation, and tutoring subjects per se, dito ka na sa Princeton Review, right? It claims that more than 5,000 students take advantage every night. They have a minimum of 5,000 students every night. And yung iba nga, million. Most plans come with a better guarantee and pricing starts at $40 a month for 1 hour per month and goes up to $1,450 for 50 on-demand hours, okay, over 6 months, which divides out to $29 an hour. Hindi na masama, right? Suma total, 29, almost $30 an hour. Pag kinuha nila yung programa or yung promo. Ano pa? Ano pang company? Ito, yung Schooly. Okay, Schooly. Ano naman ang Schooly? Ang Schooly, okay, has a pay-as-you-go pricing plan. Di ba? Magaling. 82 cents per minute ang charge, right? Which is good if you want to use a tutor every once in a while when you're stuck on a tricky homework. Gusto mo lang talagang mag-call a friend, right? Yan, itong Schooly mabuti kasi they charge by the minute. So however long lang you need to have a tutor, pwede. You're not locked into a monthly plan, okay? When you need help lang, for example, last minute you need help on a homework, kailangan mo lang yung tutor, magtanong ng question, ito yung Schooly is a good place to join, right? Because you're not locked into a monthly plan and you can connect to tutors 24/7, mind you, 24/7. Parang yung kinabibilangan kong English online school, 24/7 din sila. The site has tutors for all subjects and grade levels, okay? Including ESL and business courses. Yan ang Schooly, right? Very good. So the next company or online platform or online company that you might want to belong to as an online tutor, it is Smart Thinking, okay? This company, Smart Thinking, Pearson Smart Thinking is proud that 90% ng kanilang tutors have advanced degrees in their subject areas. Wow, high-end ang teachers dito sa Smart Thinking. So, kung ikaw ay may pedigree, no, meron kang PhD, whatever, or ganyang klaseng certifications and expertise, sali ka na dito sa Smart Thinking company. Because they're always looking for tutors that are highly qualified. Like I said, there are tutors for every subject, But writing is the emphasis here in smart thinking. As our resume reviews, ginagawa dito, or nagpapatulong gumawa ng resume, pati interview preparation is important here sa smart thinking. A lot of students I notice are wanting to do that nowadays. They want to practice interviewing with the teacher. So when it comes time for your student to enter the workforce kasi, ready na sila pag nag-practice na kayo ng interview, right? The prices, okay, it ranges from $25 an essay or a resume review to $125 a month for 4 hours of online tutoring. Okay. Okay. What's next? What's next is special ed tutoring comp, right? Students with, kaya special ed, okay? Students with special needs and requirements need teachers who understand their learning styles and their learning capabilities. Okay, all of this site's tutors have at least a bachelor's degree in special education, SPED, no? And the tutors find that the students do well with online tutoring because they're in a comfortable and familiar setting, right? So for those who have SPED certification, this is the perfect place for you to share your knowledge and your teaching expertise, okay? To our very special children, okay? So here in special ed tutoring comp, because they're in a comfortable and familiar setting, they'll do all right. The rates start at $25 an hour. Okay, very good. Okay, next. Next to special ed tutoring is Tutor Me. Ayan na yung sinabi natin in-acquire na ng Princeton Review. Tutor Me is now also merged with Princeton Review. Right? Tama? So ano pang next? Ito yan, Tutor Me. Tutor Me claims to only accept 4% of the tutors who apply to work with the site. Bakit? So that students can only receive the best teachers. Hindi yung parang marketplace bele ko, hire ng teacher. Kahit hindi naman magaling mag-English. Or kahit hindi naman yung grammar is atrocious. Pero nakakabasa ng material in English. Okay? Alright? So suddenly, okay, this student, okay, I'm so sorry that... yeah, hold on a second. Somebody, yeah? There's a question. Are there fees to join these sites? I mentioned that the other day, they do not ask you to pay an upfront fee. You just register and join these sites. But then, if you are hired as a tutor on their site, they get a commission from your pay because you're not paying rent, you're parking, or you're living in their platform or site. Yun lang ng fee na sinisingil nila, right? Okay, itong sa Tutor Me, okay, like I said, 4% lang tinatanggap nila ng mga nag-a-apply na tutors para nga they have the best filtered tutors, online tutors. Lessons take place in a virtual classroom with a whiteboard, text editor, audio, video chat, and screen sharing capabilities sa inyo. Kompleto itong Tutor Me. And afterwards, the lessons are archived for later review. So the lessons on Tutor Me are also saved and archived, okay, for future reference, okay? Ang prices, they range from $1 a minute. Uy, kanina 82 cents, tumaas to $1 a minute for quick homework help to $119 a month for 4-hour lessons. Okay, for 4 hours of lessons pala rather. Sorry. Okay? So yeah, pansin nyo ba umiinit na ang panahon? Well, it's actually already summer. Well, pag Holy Week naman talaga mainit, no? Kaya lang paalala, of course, ang ating Holy Week activities are confined to the four corners of our home. Again, please, because of this recent surge. Alright? Okay, so yan. Doon na tayo sa subject ng nasa Tutor Me na tayo. Ano pang company? Ito yung last company na sasabihin ko that's proven legit and maraming tutor dyan, maraming sumasali dyan kasi very, very sila. They market themselves well. Ang Wizant or Wise Ant. Okay, like a wise ant. Why that boasts it has more than 80,000 instructors. Imagine nyo, 80,000 daw ang kanilang mga teachers. They are all lined up and ready to help students with their studies. There are also a huge number of lessons already archived on the site. So students can brush up on popular comments and quiz themselves, right? To see where areas that they need to be working on. Okay? So ayan talaga. So here, before they can book a tutor, nagpo-profiling muna rin, right? They take online quizzes. Maraming ganyan. Maraming mga online tutoring sites na may mga self-analysis or merong mga entrance exam, so to speak. Ang mga the wages, prices vary by tutor and level of expertise, right? So that's the last company. Why is that? Hello there, Mr. Tony Salaw. Thank you for watching. Happy Wednesday to you po. And we will belated happy birthday to our dear Mr. Sir Ben Paipon. Yesterday po ay kaarawan ng aming moderator ba our top honcho boss here on Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Belated happy birthday, Sir Ben. Okay, so going back to that, so those are the companies, the online platforms that I recommend that you belong to or try to be an online teacher in. Those companies that I mentioned: Chegg, Clubsy Tutoring, E-Tutor World, Learn to Be, Preply, the Princeton Review, Schooly, Smart Thinking, okay, and specialedututoring.com, and last but not the least, last two is Tutor Me and Wise Ann. All right, because these are the best for me in my book. These are the best online tutoring websites that you can belong to, that are effective and fair. Okay, because it's nice to know that you can have thousands of experts available for you round the clock, and these places will have the resource. Okay, all right. So why do we have to teach online, right? That is a question that we have answered Monday, but tomorrow we will wrap up. Ano pala, Thursday palang, bukas pala. But yeah, we will be giving the companies that you want to know and hear about that does or accepts online tutors. Okay, all right. So tomorrow I will give the list of the companies that you can belong to or work with, kasi wala na tayong maraming oras na yun. Pero like I said, alamin natin yung reasons why. Again, why are we teaching online? Because there are different reasons to become an online teacher or a virtual tutor, for that matter. Kasi if you have any skill, any type of knowledge about any type of subject, you can start teaching online today. Believe me, all right? Becoming an online teacher can be hugely rewarding naman talaga. It gives you the chance to share your knowledge, right? Like what I do. I have a passion and dedication to share what I know, while improving your teaching skills as well, as a result of feedback from your students, okay? You can earn money doing what you love from the comfort of your own home. Yan ang kagandahan nun. Pwede natin talagang gawin, except na yung construction workers, like that. Or sa production line, ang gumagawa ng production line, hindi ka pwede sa bahay. O dadali mo yung factory sa bahay mo. Hindi pwede yun. You can earn money doing what you love from the comfort of your own home. Or even teach virtually, part-time, in addition to your daytime job. So if you wonder why teaching online, it's because it's very, very lucrative right now. Okay, it's been proven to be good for the past few years. Online learning is here to stay, and actually even getting more. People are getting more dependent on online learning, right? Especially in this pandemic, where face-to-face encounter with schools and teachers is not a possibility right now. Okay. Online education is growing in a rapid, fast state. Undergraduate participation in virtual learning in 2020 has grown to 34.5% in comparison with 16% in 2003-2004. This demand means that a large number of online teachers will be needed. Okay, so we already know that, right? So so keep on coming, right? So why teach online? Okay, I will give you tomorrow. I will give you the repository of the reasons why you should teach online. I can only deem it as a good opportunity, actually, to teach online. The disadvantages, it's like I said, it's the connectivity and the availability of the internet. But otherwise, it's a good premise. It's a good idea. It's fast and it's efficient. Uh, try it for those who think that they can be online teachers, online tutors. Now is the time to do it. Okay, very good. So tomorrow I will go over again how to be an online teacher, and of course, and how it affects, or how effective it is for students, and also of course name more companies, especially in the ESL teaching, na pwede nating kabilangan, or where we can belong. Okay, so yeah. So now, why do you want to do online teaching? Because it is going to be good, a way of good source of income, especially in this pandemic. So thank you so much for joining me today again as I talk about how online learning is important to students, or how effective it has become for students, right? Like I said, becoming an online teacher can be rewarding talaga. Kasi nga, binibigyan ka ng pagkakataon, it gives you the chance to share your knowledge worldwide, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, right? While improving your own teaching skills. Because you immediately get feedback from your students, di ba? So it can hone you, can develop you even more. Or even you can earn money doing what you love from the comfort of your own home. You can do it full-time or part-time. Yan ang kagandahan ng online tutoring. Or even teach virtually nga kasi from anywhere, as long as mayroong connection na mahusay at quiet environment. It's the flexibility and the proximity pareho. So if you wonder why teaching online, you should know that because it is very lucrative, okay, and feasible. Okay, 64% of survey respondents have begun teaching online. Okay, itong yung mga ang dami-dami kasi ginawang mga survey last year, and yung mga 64 and every year they said 15% increase on people using online as education. But we have been tried and tested in this field itong past year. Marami na ngayong nako-correct na napagdaanan natin. So, look into it as something very lucrative, online teaching. Okay? So, thank you so much for joining me today. Maraming salamat. And naririnig niyo ba ang background ko na nagluluto? Lunchtime na kasi. But anyway, so these are the companies that you can try and apply for an online tutor. These companies: Check, Club Z, E-Tutor World, Learn to Be, Preply, the Princeton Review, Schooly, Smart Thinking, Special Ed Tutoring, Tutor Me, and Wise Ann. So yan, try to look it up. Yan ang kagandahan ng being interactive and online. We can easily research and find out things about these companies also. So tomorrow, more on how to become an online tutor, more on why you should become an online tutor, and more companies that I will talk about and review na pwede nating, that we can join, right? Thank you very much to Jenny and to Mr. Tony Salo and those people and those names that I can't see that are online with me. Tomorrow, of course, magbabalik tayo, still talking about the same topic of online tutoring, right? And isa-isahin natin yung mga trabaho na yan, like as I promised. Okay? Thank you very much, and bukas po bumalik po tayo at magkita-kita ulit. I will give the list tomorrow of more companies that you can join. Dahil marami, mahaba yan eh. Okay? But in the meantime, okay, just sit back and relax. And of course, yung sa mga nag-iisip pa kung magiging online tutor sila o hindi, isipin nyo, like I said, if you're going to be one, be a good one. Okay? And of course, There's two ways not to join the online tutoring bandwagon. You can either do it freelance or manage your own platform, or belong to a platform like the ones that I mentioned. Okay? Kasi nga, pag gusto mo freelance, you're your own boss. Your flexibility depends on you, yung oras mo. Pero ang commitment mo, mas malaki. Right? So, thank you so much again. And happy Wednesday, everybody. And I hope you have a good lunch. Ako, naaamoy ko na yung niluluto ng aking better half. Ang ulam namin today. Very good. Thank you so much for joining me, and kita-kita tayo ulit bukas po to keep talking about this online job of online tutoring. Thank you so much. Have a good day and have a good Wednesday ahead of you, and be safe pa rin, of course, please. Huwag nang lumabas kung hindi kailangan lumabas. Only for essential things, of course, like work and food and medicine. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you. And please don't forget to keep the faith, hope, and love alive in your hearts and in our lives. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.